Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today what we're going to do, it is the Super Bowl. So I'm going to rank all the Super Bowls since the year 2000, determine where it looks like. There's legendary, there's good, there's an average Super Bowl, there's a could have been better, and there are awfuls. Now I'm going to be very strict because only a couple of these can actually be legendary. And also I'm not going to be biased if the team that I wanted to win won, but we're going to go and get right into this. And for more content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl today. It's the Chiefs, by the way. Start off, we got to talk about the 99-2000 season. The St. Louis Rams, they win the Super Bowl on a 1 yard short. My man got tackled. Tennessee lost. That is a legendary Super Bowl. I'm not going to lie to you. That Super Bowl, if you watch the game, even though I know who's going to win, it's still terrifying to see. Like, it's not terrifying, but it's like nerve-wracking that who's going to win, who's going to lose. So that's a legendary game. Baltimore versus the Giants. That's a terrible game. I'm sorry. The Ravens destroyed the Giants. That game's awful. We move on quickly. The Patriots versus the Rams. Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, the year 2001. I'm also putting that legendary. This is what started the main character. This is what started the plot. And Kurt Warner's team was heavily favored, but underdog plot for the first and only time in the Patriot dynasty. So there you go with that. The 0-2 Bucks. Also, another awful Super Bowl. If you're looking for a competitive game, it wasn't. John Gruden knew all of the Raiders' plays since he used to coach the Raiders, so he had an outstanding advantage for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's an easy one. The Panthers versus Patriots. I'm putting that at good. It's kind of forgotten. It's an underrated game, but I don't know. I forgot his name. Is it Jake Delhomme for the Carolina Panthers? My man was slinging it. He was slinging it in that game. It almost looked like good things had happened. But remember, dynasty plot is real. My man kicked the ball out of bounds in the kickoff, and Tom Brady started the 40-yard line. GG's in the game. Let's look this. The Patriots versus the Eagles. I'm putting that at average. I remember the biggest thing I remember is Terrell Owens playing with a broken leg and Donovan McNabb throwing up on the field. Yeah, it wasn't nothing crazy. It was average. This game, Seahawks versus the Steelers. I don't know. That could be awful. It could be. It definitely could be on the awful. But I'm gonna say could have been better. I know the referees did hold the Seahawks significantly in this game. But I'm just put that could have been better. I don't know. Like, it wasn't nothing crazy. I guess it wasn't too bad. It's whatever. Another game, I'd say Colts versus Bears, Super Bowl 41. It's like, like the Bears, Devin Hester with the kickoff touchdown, but then after that, just nothing really happened. How is Rex Grossman in the Super Bowl? I don't know. We put it could have been better. Giants versus Patriots. I'm putting that is the greatest. Let me put that on. I gotta put that above everybody else. Take that this way. Yes. Giants versus Patriots is the best so far that I've been through in this list. Giants versus Patriots is outstanding. First three quarters is kind of boring. The fourth quarter is legendary. Plot at its finest degree. The helmet catch, the greatest Super Bowl play of all time. They beat an undefeated team. They the underdog. I mean, it writes itself. Steelers versus Cardinals is also another legendary one. I'm putting that second place behind Giants Patriots. Steelers Cardinals. Nobody really expected the Cardinals to be there, but Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald put on a show. Has some of the greatest plays of all time, and Ben Roethlisberger with the game winner to Santonio Holmes, with probably the second greatest catch in Super Bowl history. So what a back-to-back. The Saints go marching in. That gotta be the next one. Oh yeah, the Tracy Porter pick six beat Peyton Manning. The Saints' first and only Super Bowl. I'm putting that at good. I'm not putting that at legendary. I'm gonna put that actually. Let me put that ahead of the Panthers one though. That's a good Super Bowl. The pick six was legendary. The onside kick at halftime was also very legendary. So yeah, it was it was good. It was good to see the Saints have overcome all the adversity they went through and to win the Super Bowl. Packers versus Steelers. Aaron Rodgers' first and only Super Bowl. I'm also going to put that at good. Aaron Rodgers played outstanding in that game, and that really set up his next year where he had probably one of the great seasons ever, and then lost the underdog plot. But that was a pretty good Super Bowl, and both franchises are both very historic, so that was like really nice to see. And I think that's the first Super Bowl that I can actually recall, just seeing and understanding. So that's good to see. Giants Patriots, the first one I actually watched fully, and this is part two, and this was also a good one. Good amount of good ones. Eli Manning to Mario Manningham is one of the great throws and catches of all time. More so throw. And yeah, another case of underdog plot. Look at Eli beating Tom twice in the Super Bowl. Man, what a stud. Is he a Hall of Fame? Ravens versus 49ers. I'm not putting that legendary, but that's very good. The Harbaugh Bowl. And that's Beyonce had that great halftime show and it shut off the lights in the third quarter and the game got delayed by an hour. That is a where were you moment for sure. I'm putting that at good as well. Ray Lewis getting a championship in his last game is outstanding. Joe Flacco winning the MVP. So, good for the Ravens. That was some adversity plot there. So, there you go. Seahawks versus Broncos, Russell Wilson's only championship. It was an awful game. I mean, I was rooting for the Seahawks, so it wasn't awful for me. But it was awful if you're just watching and expecting good football because Denver got absolutely destroyed in that game. Like the Seahawks defense just pummeled and abused them boys. So that was definitely an awful game. Patriots versus Seahawks. I'm putting that might be number one actually. That's probably number one here. That's definitely a legendary game. Malcolm Butler with the interception to win the game. That like the fact that they didn't run the ball at the 1 yard line is one of those things that I will always remember forever. And yeah, that's like Tom Brady. That's the biggest form of plot I have ever seen, definitely. So yeah, that's probably the best game so far that I have. Panthers versus Broncos. That game was awful. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was no good quarterback play. That was a full defensive case, and that game was awful. I will not lie to you. I'm gonna just go. I want a Cam Newton to win too, and that's just tough. But yeah, move on from that. This game, Patriots versus Falcons, is probably the biggest form of dynasty plot I have ever seen. The Atlanta Falcons are up 28-3. And if you're from Atlanta, move away quickly. They're up 28-3, and then Tom Brady just doesn't stop scoring, and then Julian Edelman catches a ball off of someone's foot. I mean, that's just dynasty plot. And then the fact that the Falcons didn't run the ball to like kill the clock and kick a field goal, they decided to throw it, and they got sacked. I mean, I don't know. It's like everybody's stupid for no reason right now. Like I don't understand. Kyle Shanahan, you're coaching today in the Super Bowl. You got to make up for that loss because that's the worst loss in the history of football. But we're going to make sure we're going to put you right here. We're going to nestle you in right up top right there, baby. Put you right where you belong. That is definitely a legendary game. The Eagles versus Patriots was also a great game. I'll say legendary. I don't think that was just good. I think, it was a one-score game. There's an iconic play in there, the Philly special. And yeah, I mean, Nick Foles with underdog plot and giving Philadelphia its first championship over Tom. I'm gonna put that. I'll put that at legendary. If you notice, a lot of these Super Bowls that have the Patriots in them, like there's 5 up to legendary. Like Tom Brady's Patriots produced some peak content in the Super Bowl. They knew how to put on a game, whether they're coming back or whether it's back and forth. They knew how to put on a great game. The next game is the Patriots, and this is the first one I think gonna be an awful for them. For me. Oh no, I'm put could have been better because some people like defensive games. It was a 13-3 game. If you're like watching for the first time and that was your first game you watch, you're like, this is terrible. But it could have been better because of the fact that the Rams had such a high-paced offense. But it was a defensive snore for me. Okay, next game, Chiefs versus 49ers. This is a rematch. Well, today is the rematch of this game. I'm gonna put this at good. Just put it at good. It was a really good game. It wasn't. Patrick Mahomes came back down 10 in the fourth was fun, but it wasn't none that's like overly legendary. Not like there was some big plays, but it's none super crazy. Bucks versus Kansas City could have been better game. Like the Chiefs didn't have 2 of the offensive linemen, so that definitely hurt them from maybe being competitive. And then they show Mahomes with that incompletion, but they say it's the greatest incompletion of all time because he's like lateral from the ground, but he's able to throw a pass into somebody's hands. That's pretty impressive. Rams versus Cincinnati. Matthew Stafford getting his first championship. I put that at good as well. None really memorable. It was a good game, one-score game, but it wasn't none like, oh my gosh, we gotta talk about this for the rest of our lives. It was a good game. Like, low key could be average. I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it was like, yeah, it's cool. Cool game. And Eagles versus Chiefs. I'm gonna put that at I don't know. It's like it's legendary, but it's not because like the game was really good, and then the ending was so anticlimactic that is just like, is it really? I might put you at the high end of good. I'm not gonna lie to you, because when you make a great game, the story has to conclude in a great way. Like if you look at legendary, look at the pick by Malcolm Butler. Look at the Patriot comeback. Look at the helmet catch. Look at the Santonio Holmes catch. Look at the 1 yard short. Look at the game-winning field goal by Adam Vinatieri that started the chain of that, started that dynasty. And look at the Eagles getting the Philly special. I mean, it's like there's a story to it, right? That matters. And the Chiefs Eagles, it was a great game, and then they had that call, and then it's just like kind of killed it. So putting you at good. I'm sorry, you could have been legendary, but you're just good right now. So these are the Super Bowls of the 2000s. I couldn't do any before that because I wasn't alive for that. But hopefully this Super Bowl today is a great one. Hopefully this one's a slap. This one slaps. And comment down below before the game starts who you believe is going to win. Root for the 49ers, but I know the Chiefs got the plot. Hey, for more content like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the podcast coming out tomorrow for the recap of the Super Bowl. And hey, I'll catch you guys on the next one. And I'm out of here. Peace.